Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard, welcome to the MCQ series on finance current affairs. So we'll be discussing about the MCQs related to the finance current affairs from 1st of February to the 15th of February, okay. So last two sessions related to your finance current affairs will be covered in this particular video, okay. So a very good afternoon to all of you guys. Let's quickly start with the discussion. And definitely guys, you'll be getting the PDF related to this session on the Oliveboard YouTube channel, on the Oliveboard application. You can also join the Telegram channel of Oliveboard. Plus, in case if you are having any query, you can always reach out to me as well. My Telegram ID is CA Prateek Finance. If you type CA Prateek Finance on Telegram, you will get my Telegram group link, okay. So guys, the very first question for today is: natural disasters often disrupt the borrower's repayment capacity and can quickly push otherwise healthy accounts into stress. To address this, the regulator sometimes introduce structured relief measures so that the affected individuals and business can stabilize their finance without immediate credit deterioration. Under the RBI disaster relief lending framework, which combination of relief measure has been formally announced for the borrower affected by notified calamities? So here we are having 5 options. You need to check the correct option. Let me know in the comment section. Under the RBI disaster relief lending framework, which combination of relief measures has been formally announced for the borrowers affected by the notified calamities? So over to you guys. Let me know the correct answer here. The correct choice here will be, guys, option B. There was a moratorium period on the repayments and the restructuring of loans as well. These two are the major benefits in this particular framework. Very good. Okay. Next one. Accounts restructured under the RBI disaster relief framework. Say for example, we restructured a particular account. Will continue to be classified in which of the following categories subject to the specified conditions? Subject to the specified conditions, in which category the account will be? Continue to be classified. Yes, it is the standard asset classification. So even if your account is restructured, still you will remain a standard asset only, but subject to certain conditions that we discussed in that particular framework. During disaster related relief period, the bank may levy interest on the outstanding principal. Whatever your outstanding principal is, the bank is definitely going to levy the interest, but penal interest, default charges or any other fees should not be imposed for the relief period. Which of the following here is the correct option? Is this statement true? It's false. It's partially true. Only true for the purpose of MSME, or applicable only to the agricultural loans? So which one is the correct choice here, guys? Yes, this is completely true. Option A. This is a true statement that you have to definitely levy the interest on the outstanding principal, but any kind of penal interest or maybe the default charges or any other charges can be waived off, right, in the relief period. So option A here is the correct choice. Next, IRDAI, which is the insurance regulator, periodically reconstitutes advisory bodies comprising experienced industry professionals to strengthen the policy inputs. Recently, a committee was constituted with immediate effect under the new leadership. Which committee was reconstituted under the chairmanship of Mr. A.V. Girija Kumar? Insurance Advisory Council, Solvency Review Committee, Reinsurance Advisory Committee, Market Conduct Committee or Product Approval Committee? Simple one. Quickly guys, everyone in the comment section. What do you think is the correct option here? The correct option here is option C, Reinsurance Advisory Committee. Okay, Reinsurance Advisory Committee. Next one. Indian public sector bank are increasingly expanding their scope in the international financial hubs to support offshore banking and cross-border finance. RBI recently approved one such bank to open branch in the Gujarat's IFSC zone. Which public sector bank headquartered in New Delhi received such an approval recently? The bank was none other than Punjab and Sindh Bank, option E. Okay, Punjab and Sindh Bank is the correct choice here guys. Very good. India and World Bank Group launched a new country partnership framework to support growth, employment and structural reforms over the multi-year horizon. The framework outlines significant annual financing commitment for development priorities. How much estimated annual financing has the World Bank committed for India for the financial year 2026 to financial year 2031? The amount is 8 to 10 billion US dollars. Okay, option D. Very good. To improve efficiency in the trade finance and international banking operation, SBI has set up a centralized facility to serve multiple regions through technology enabled processing. This moves support faster turnaround and strong compliance, which facility SBI has recently launched in Kolkata for this purpose. Quickly guys in the comment section. Would request everyone to participate in this discussion. Why? Because that's why we are doing it live. This is a MCQ session. Otherwise it could have been recorded as well. So it will be in the best benefit that everyone can participate in the session. It will add more value to the session plus your knowledge base as well. You can even guess also. This is not an exam as of now. So guesswork will also be fine here. The correct answer here is option B, Global Trade Finance Center. Global Trade Finance Center. Okay. Recognizing the financing needs of capital incentive future industries, SBI launched a dedicated center of excellence to support the emerging sectors through structured project finance and risk management. Can you guys name this initiative? Can be important. Yes, it is Chakra. Option E. Option E is the correct one. Chakra. Perfect. Yes, related to the sunrise sector. To enable Indian clearing entities to operate in European markets, RBI has signed a MOU with the Europe's financial regulator. The agreement facilitates regulatory cooperation for a specific category of market infrastructure. Can you tell me the entities that are covered in this particular memorandum of understanding? Entity covered in this particular MOU. Okay, what about others? Yes, it's central counterparties. Okay, so we have posted a YouTube short as well for this, and this is going to be super important for your examination guys. This MOU was regarding the central counterparties, option D. Okay, please do remember this one. High chances that it can come in your examination. Next, MOSPI recently launched a unified digital platform to improve the public access to government statistics and program performance indicator across multiple domains under one framework. What is the name of this national level platform? Name of this national level platform. Take your time and then answer the question, no hurry at all. So I can see option A, option C, option D. The correct choice here will be, guys, option C, Paymana portal. Okay, option C is the correct choice here. So definitely option A can also look a correct choice for you. Why? Because it's closely related somewhere or the other. So definitely this is a kind of confusing question, but you need to remember this. Name of the platform as well can be important for the exam. Option C. So I don't mark all the questions as important. I only mark few questions as important. For those who are regularly watching my session, they can check out how frequently these questions are being asked in the examination, right? Few days back only on my Telegram group, I shared a list of the questions, and one question was directly asked in the RBI interview as well, right? So the series is not just about the phase 1 or the phase 2 or the RBI interview. It is not limited to a particular exam. Even if you are giving any exam like SEBI, like PFRDA, like IRDAI, IFSCA, RBI, at any level, this series is going to be useful for all of you. Okay. As part of fiscal consolidation effort, the Union Budget 2027 outlined a key deficit target while continuing growth-oriented spending. What is the fiscal deficit which has been pegged for financial year 2027 as a percentage of GDP? Important, very, very important. That's 4.3% of GDP, okay? 4.3% of GDP. Now we have covered this in multiple sessions, even the budget session. 3 sessions were solely related for your budget. There was a financial angle video as well, right? In which we have covered the financial angle of the budget. Please do watch it. India's medium-term debt strategy aims to gradually reduce the public debt ratios while maintaining the development expenditure. What is the debt to GDP ratio? Debt to GDP ratio projected for the budgeted estimate 2027. Again a simple one. I told you to remember these 2 data points. The correct choice here will be option D, 55.6%. 55.6%, option D. Okay, that is the correct choice. Next, if Union Budget document, the source side backups of the government received is presented using a rupee come from framework, right? So we have seen that pie chart in which rupee come from was mentioned. How the government is earning money, or I can say what is the inflow that the government is having. Can you tell me which broad category does rupee come from primarily originate? Can you tell me the highest amount that the government is receiving is from which of the following category? Capital receipts, tax revenue, borrowings and liabilities, disinvestment proceeds, or non-tax revenue? Any idea about this one? So when we were covering the financial angle, I told you that you have to remember this particular data as well. The correct choice here is, guys, option C, borrowing and liability. Borrowings and liability. Acha, tell me, if I specifically talk about the taxation revenue. So we are having so many taxation heads. Which component accounts for the highest percentage in the rupee comes from in terms of taxation, specifically in terms of taxation? Corporation tax, customs, union excise duty, GST and other, or income taxes? Highest share in terms of taxes, specifically in the rupee come from chart. Guys, the correct choice here is income taxes. Okay, income taxes. Option E is the correct one. Income taxes, not GST. On the expenditure side, if we talk about rupee goes to, which item accounts for the highest share in the rupee goes to? The rupee is going out. Which item is having the highest share in the rupee goes to from the following 5 items? Interest payments, defense expenditure, capital expenditure, state share of taxes, or option D, subsidies. Option D here is the correct choice, a state share of taxes. So the central has to share the taxes with the state government as well, which becomes the highest component in the rupee goes to. Okay. Next one, to modernize India's skill training ecosystem and upgrades the ITIs, the World Bank approved a large financing package focused on employability and infrastructure improvement. What is the approved loan amount? Not so important for the exam, still I have covered it. Okay, not so important. The correct answer is option D, 830 million US dollar. 830 million US dollar. Next one. This is regarding the financial literacy week. So every year we are doing the financial literacy week. Can you just tell me which of the following correctly represents the duration of the financial literacy week for the year 2026? So every year RBI is doing the financial literacy week. इस बार क्या ड्यूरेशन रहने वाला है? So this time it will be 9th of February to 13th of February. Okay, 9th of February to 13th of February. Option C. Next one. Can you tell me since which year the financial literacy week has been started observing in India? From when we are actually conducting the financial literacy week in India? Not a part of finance current affairs, but I will say it will be a portion of your static. Not a current affair, but in the year 2025 examination, we have seen that RBI is also asking questions, not from the current 6 months, but related to the concept of any finance current affairs also. So we have to prepare from both the angles. We have to do the finance current affairs, plus we need to have a brief understanding of the history of that particular finance current affair terminology or concept, right? So conceptual clarity, current data plus a brief history is also required. The correct choice here is option D, 2016. Okay, 2016. Next one. Every edition of Financial Literacy Week is organized around a central theme. So every time we do have a theme. Can you guys tell me the theme for 2026? What's the Financial Literacy Week theme for 2026? Very easy, right? It's related to KYC. Your first step towards secure banking. KYC, option E. Next one, India's inflation targeting framework assigns a clear mandate to the Monetary Policy Committee. Can you just tell me the primary objective of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting? What is the primary objective of the MPC? A very simple one, a very straight one. The primary objective of the monetary policy meeting is maintaining a price stability and supporting economic growth, right? So these are the price stability and growth. They are the foundation level objectives, I will say. Acha, recently MPC meeting was there. So can you tell me the current repo rate as of now? What is the current repo rate? I hope you have read the Monetary Policy Committee meeting as well. Very simple question. What is the current repo rate? This is the rate at which the RBI is lending money to the banks. That's easy. 5.25%. No changes in the repo rate. Option B, 5.25%. Can you also tell me the monetary policy stance of the Reserve Bank of India? MPC stance. Again a simple question. It is neutral. As of now it is neutral. What do you mean by neutral? That means we will think based on the circumstances. Later on we can increase the repo rate, we can even reduce the repo rate. So we are neutral. Within RBI's liquidity framework, banks have access to an emergency borrowing window that allows them to meet the short-term funding mismatches. Which facility serves as this emergency borrowing window? Emergency borrowing, the only keyword in the question. The only keyword in the question is emergency borrowing, a very simple one. Quickly guys, in the comment section, quickly. It is none other than your MSF, marginal standing facility. Marginal standing facility, right? So that's the emergency borrowing. Acha, tell me this one. We do have a LAF corridor, right? So interest rates in the corridors do have the upper and the lower bounds, upper and the lower range. So can you tell me the rate which is also called as the ceiling rate of the LAF corridor? What is the ceiling rate of the LAF corridor? Quickly guys. We have completed the corridor concept multiple times in the previous videos. When we talk about the corridor concept, this is how it works. The very first thing we do have the SDF, which is called as the floor rate. Then we have the repo rate. Then we have the repo rate. In the middle. And the ceiling rate is MSF. Option D, again MSF is the correct choice. That's the corridor concept of Reserve Bank of India, and the repo rate will be between the SDF and the MSF only. Next one. Can you tell me the RBI's real GDP projection for financial year 2026 based on the MPC meeting recently? Now I can understand you guys are having examination later on, right? So you just have to remember the latest data only of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Even if you don't remember as of now, no worries. But why I again and again focus on understanding these data points and the crux of the news is it builds a habit. It builds a habit. If we have a habit of learning data points, the driving reasons, then definitely before the examination also you guys won't be having any kind of challenge. The correct answer here is option D, 7.4. Very good, 7.4. Perfect. CPI inflation for the financial year 2026 is projected at what percentage as per the MPC forecast, as per the RBI MPC meeting? CPI, Consumer Price Index projection for financial year 2026. Quickly guys in the comment section. It is 2.1%. It is 2.1%. Option B. Next one. Market capitalization milestone are often dominated by technology firms globally. However, in 2026, a retail giant crossed a historical valuation threshold and becomes the first retail firm to reach 1 trillion USD market value. Name of the organization. Can you guys quickly tell me the name of the organization? This is the retail giant. So it's not like that we don't have companies above 1 trillion market value. There are so many companies, but specifically this is regarding the retail firm. Very good. Walmart, option E. Okay, becomes the first retail company to reach 1 trillion valuation. Then tell me India's push towards universal insurance coverage. Which district in India has achieved 100% insurance coverage and becomes the first district in the company to fully insure all the eligible residents? That's Alwar, option B, right? It's in Rajasthan. Foreign portfolio investors onboarding historically involved extensive paperwork, but in 2026, one Indian bank completed the first fully digital FPI license issuance using the electronic signature as per the new SEBI guidelines. Which bank has achieved this milestone for the first time in India? Yes, that is the Kotak Mahindra Bank. The Kotak Mahindra Bank issued the India's first fully digital FPI license in accordance with the new SEBI guidelines. Okay. To improve the women's participation in the capital market, a mutual fund house launched India's first women-centric AMC branch. Which mutual fund initiated this particular move? AMC means asset management company, basically your mutual fund company. That's LIC mutual fund, okay, Life Insurance Corporation mutual fund. An MOU between Indian Post and NSE, National Stock Exchange, aims to convert idle savings into productive investments. Can you tell me the financial product which is in core focus of this particular partnership? None other than mutual funds, okay, none other than mutual funds. So this partnership is going to focus on the mutual fund access even in the rural areas. Why? Because Indian Post is having a great network all over India. Option C is the correct choice. Next one. To reduce the compliance burden on small lenders, RBI proposed exempting certain types of NBFCs from the mandatory registration based on the asset size. Can you tell me what is the threshold exemption for this one? And as of now, this is draft guidelines. This is not final as of now. This is just a proposal. Okay, this is just a proposal. So as of now, this is not final. But still, we need to note this down. Just before our examination, we have to re-evaluate this again. And soon a notification will also come. Option A, 1000 crore is the limit. 1000 crore. RBI recently removed a long-term investment ceiling to enhance the flexibility for the foreign investors under the special route. Which route saw the removal of 2.5 lakh crore capital requirement, cap requirement? Was it the general FPI route, fully accessible route, external commercial borrowing, automatic investment route, or voluntary retention route? A very simple one and a important one. This is going to be super important for your upcoming RBI Grade B examination. None other than VRRR, voluntary retention route. Earlier there used to be a cap of 2.5 lakh crore. As of now, there is no such cap. That means it will be evaluated as good as a general rule only, as per the thresholds of the general rule only. Acha, can you tell me the lock-in period which is there in the VRRR, voluntary retention route? We do have a lock-in for this route. If you are investing, if the FPI is coming via the VRRR route, then in that case, you have to retain your funds for a certain amount for a certain particular period. What is that period of time? Yes, it is 3 years. It is 3 years. So as the name says it all, this is voluntary retention route. You need to retain your money for 3 years in India. You can't just earn a profit and kind of sell all the proceeds and withdraw the money. You need to retain it for at least 3 years. And that's why RBI has given certain benefits in this kind of route. Tell me the capping. Now here I am talking about the general capping in the FPI route. The FPI investment is capped at what percentage of the outstanding stock if the investment is in central government securities? If the FPI is investing in the central government securities, then what is the capping? So I shared a table as well when we were discussing about this rule. For the central government, it is 6%. Please do remember, for central government, it is 6%. What about corporate bonds? What about the limit for corporate bonds? Any idea? Corporate bonds, very good, 15%. FPI limit is 15%. So 6% for central government, for corporate bonds it is 15%. And what about the state development loan? State development loan, for state development loan it is capped at 2%. So CG 6%. Corporate bonds 15%. State development loans 2%. Please do remember this limit, and VRR will also be applicable in accordance with these limits only as per the respective categories. Okay. Next one. Who suggested the idea of observing the Financial Literacy Week for the very first time? We have discussed that it came out in 2016, but who was the first to suggest the idea of Financial Literacy Week? And that is a homework question for all of you. So later on, definitely let me know in the comment section, do research about it and let me know in the comment section which is the correct authority here. Okay, at least for those who are watching me on YouTube, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for attending the session today. Approximately, I think we have done anywhere around 36, 38 questions. Okay, someone is giving the numbers as well in the comment section. So 38 questions we have done for the finance current affairs today. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you soon in some other video. So that's a homework question. Okay, that's a homework question for all of you. Okay guys, bye bye, take care, see you soon in the next class.